When I turned 80, I believed that moving into a nursing home would bring me safety and ease. My family painted a picture of warm hallways, friendly staff, and new friends. I packed my favorite photographs and boarded the moving van without a second thought. But within days, I realized I had traded one kind of confinement for another, and I wish I had known the realities before signing on the dotted line. If you or someone you love is considering this step, here are 6 truths I learned the hard way. They aren't comfortable to hear, but they may be the very insights you need to make a better choice. Truth 1. Companionship isn't guaranteed. You expect to find kindred spirits and social gatherings around every corner. Instead, you may face long hours in a silent room or an overcrowded common area where nobody really knows your name. Initial group activities taper off, and residents who were introduced with fanfare can fade into the background. Real story. I remember Mrs. Patel, who arrived with a bright smile and stories of her grandchildren. Within weeks, she was skipping bingo and spending afternoons in her room, feeling invisible to staff and neighbors alike. Key takeaway. Before committing, request a day in the life visit. Arrive at different hours, join a meal, and observe whether new residents truly find genuine social support. Truth 2. Your habits become their habits. At home, you choose your own routines. Morning coffee on the porch, afternoon crossword puzzles, evening strolls. In the home, your personal rituals are replaced by institutional timetables. Real story. Every morning at 7, the med cart rolls through. I learned to swallow my pills whether I had a cough or not. At 8 to us, breakfast trays appear, even if I'd rather read the paper before eating. My coffee? Served lukewarm on a tray instead of piping hot in my own mug. Key takeaway. Ask how flexible daily schedules are. Can you have a later breakfast? Do they accommodate personal preferences? Find out if they allow you to maintain, or at least adapt your own rituals. Truth 3. Well-intentioned help can hurt. They mean well when they bring your laundry, make your bed, or feed you lunch. But each over-helpful gesture chips away at your capabilities. Balance, strength, self-reliance, until getting up from a chair becomes a struggle. Real story. I used to carry my own laundry basket. It kept my legs strong. In the home, someone whisked it away before I knew it. 6 months later, I leaned heavily on a walker just to stroll down the hall. Key takeaway. Seek a facility that encourages assisted independence. Look for staff who coach you through daily tasks rather than taking them over entirely. Truth 4. Rules can override your rights. Visiting hours, dress codes, locked exit doors. These rules exist for safety, but they can also make you feel like an inmate. Want to step outside at dusk? Sign a form. Need privacy during a shower? Wait for staff availability. Real story. I once tried to join a neighbor for a sunset walk around the garden. The guard at the entrance asked for written permission and proof of mobility. By the time paperwork was sorted, the sun had set. Key takeaway. Review the resident. Handbook carefully. Ask for the policy on off-campus visits, door locks, and privacy requests. Make sure you can maintain enough autonomy to feel at home. Truth 5. Financial surprises lurk in fine print. Your base rate might look reasonable, but daily service fees, extra therapy charges, and activity fees can quickly add hundreds of dollars to your monthly bill. And if your health declines, you may be moved to a more expensive care tier without ample notice. Real story. My advertised monthly cost was $4,000, but after adding laundry, Wi-Fi, and scheduled physical therapy, my bill crept up to $5,200. When I asked why, I was handed a glossy brochure and a contract filled with footnotes. Key takeaway. Insist on a full, all-in quote that includes every possible surcharge. Have an elder care attorney or financial planner review your contract before you sign. Truth 6. Exiting isn't as simple as entering. Moving in is often a quick decision in the heat of a health crisis. But moving out? That requires finding a new place, packing yet again, and facing potential penalties in your contract. Real story. After 6 months, I realized this home wasn't for me. When I gave notice, I was told I'd lose 2 months' rent and forfeit my deposit because I didn't stay a full year. I felt trapped. Key takeaway: look for month-to-month contracts or negotiate a shorter minimum stay. Understand the exact terms for a voluntary move-out and any penalties involved. Deciding on a nursing home doesn't have to leave you haunted by what-ifs or weighed down by regret. By doing your homework, asking the questions that matter, staying true to the things you hold dear, you can find a community that not only cares for your physical needs, but also nurtures your sense of self, your passions, and the independence you've cherished all your life. Begin your search by stepping into each facility as if it were already your home. Vary your visit times. Arrive unexpectedly in the early dawn when residents are waking, at lunchtime when the dining room fills, and again in the quiet of the evening. This lets you observe staff-resident interactions in real moments, whether a caregiver greets someone by name as they enter the breakfast room, or if evening routines feel hurried and distant. Listen beyond the polished presentations. Invite candid chats with residents in the hallways or common spaces. Ask them open-ended questions. What's your favorite part of living here? If you could change one thing, what would it be? How do you spend your afternoons when no activities are scheduled? They're honest stories about friendships formed, hobbies rediscovered, or frustrations with overly rigid schedules will reveal the heart of the community in a way no brochure ever could. These unguarded moments give you invaluable insight into the daily rhythms of the home, the laughter and companionship that uplift spirits, as well as the small frustrations that, over time, can erode satisfaction. By immersing yourself in real life, rather than sales pitches, you'll gather the information you need to make a choice that respects your values, protects your dignity, and makes your next chapter one of genuine comfort and connection. Bring trusted friend, family member, or advisor to review every detail of the contract with you. Look beyond the base rate, scrutinize service fees, care level adjustments, and exit clauses. A second pair of eyes can catch hidden terms and help you negotiate more favorable conditions. Map out your daily rituals, whether it's your morning coffee ritual, your evening phone call with grandchildren, or your weekly bridge group, and ask exactly how the facility will help you preserve these patterns. A place that values your personal routines is a place that respects who you are. In addition, consider these deeper questions. How does the community foster genuine friendships and shared purpose? What opportunities exist for you to contribute, lead, or mentor within the home? How are medical needs anticipated and communicated? And who will be your primary point of contact? Where will you keep your favorite belongings so your room truly feels like yours? Choosing your next home is more than a logistical decision. It's an affirmation of your values, your freedom, and your right to live with respect and joy. It's a promise you make to yourself and those who care about you. If you feel empowered to take control of this decision, let us know in the comments below. I'm informed, I'm empowered, and I choose my life. Thank you for watching, and for trusting yourself to make the best choice. No matter where you live, may it be a place of comfort, connection, and genuine belonging, your true home.